Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again, and it's time to go hoard up. Are you guys ready? I know I sure am. I'm going to be going out to the normal places today, you know, Best Buy, Target, maybe a couple of other small spots around town to see if I can find some really cool movie deals like I do pretty much every week. So come along with me, let's get out there, and remember to stay tuned to the end of this video for some DVD and Blu-ray reviews, and my mom's going to be popping in a little bit later on. At my first destination of the day, the local Salvation Army. Let's head up in there and see if they have anything new since the last time I've been here. Alright, inside here now, looking at the different media that they have. I've been in here for a few moments now. All I'm seeing is like little like baby DVDs, you know, like ABCs and stuff like that. Some weird, like, you know, weird little animated, you know, kind of things and baby geniuses. But hopefully we find something a little bit, you know, out of the ordinary in here. I saw something a second ago that stood out to me for a second. I thought it was Joyride with, you know, the other one, but no, this is an old school Vestron video Joyride. I don't know if I've ever heard of this one before, but maybe down the road, like, you know, Lionsgate and Vestron will put this one out on Blu-ray. But have you guys heard of this version of Joyride before? Let me know down below. Well guys, this is kind of cool. Saved by the Bell, the college years, on DVD. You normally see these ones in thrift stores and things. I already own this one, but it's always cool to see the Saved by the Bell stuff represented still, you know. But yeah guys, as you can tell, there's not really a whole lot to look through at this one, so let's go on to the next spot. Well, at my next destination of the day, the local Goodwill. Hopefully I have better luck in here than I did at the Salvation Army. Well, from the looks of it over here at the Goodwill, there's not that much movie-related stuff over here this week either. But let's look through here, see if we find anything, you know, out of the ordinary or cool in here. And yeah, that can stay in there. Blu-ray $1.99. Even Goodwills can't get rid of Tammy. Ugh. But let's see if they, you know, have anything kind of cool. And I have a little, not a little story, just like a short little story about this one, about Julia Stiles. My dad always told me a couple times, you know, before he died, that Julia Stiles might be related to me in some way, like my dad, because, you know, slept around or something. But she could be related to me. Is it true? I don't know, because my dad was high all the time. Who knows? But I just wanted to say that because it's always been on my mind. I'm like, is it true? But let's see if I can find anything up in here. Anywhere But Here was actually a good one. I already own that DVD, but let's see. Wait, America's Funniest Home Videos? Oh, yeah. Tom Bergeron. I'll pass. And you know how when I'm in these stores, guys, and I'm going through stuff, I'm like, it's a lot of the same generic kind of stuff. Does there a lot of you guys know what I mean by that? I mean by stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, High School Musical 3 and, you know, Waterboy and, you know, like Nacho Libre and different things like that, like stuff that you always see you know, in these thrift stores all the time, like American Pie and Titanic and stuff. So like I'm not really finding a lot of you know, anything out of the ordinary in here. It's just a lot of the same, you know, overly produced generic stuff, if you know what I mean. Wait a minute, still in Goodwill, guys. Look what I found, something you don't normally see in stores, especially in just random ass places. Some assless chaps. Should I buy these assless chaps? I think I might for the next time I go to San Diego and stuff, when I hang out with Sean, because he likes me in assless chaps. I'll pass on those assless chaps for now. They smell like ass. At my next destination of the day, the local Best Buy. Let's get up in there and see if they have anything cool, new release wise. Well guys, in Best Buy right now, looking at the new release rack that they have over here, some of the stuff's not really out yet, but like I'm gonna probably have to go to the front of the store to see, you know, what they have out there. I believe this one might have been this week. I don't really know much about it, but I know it's put out by Shout Factory. It says looks like some weird cyborg, maybe like, you know, I don't know, RoboCop kind of rip-off thing. Not 100% sure on what that one is or anything like that. But like I said, a lot of the new releases are not really out yet, which I don't think it's not even a big release week either way. But I believe Ray Donovan season 5 was released today on DVD and maybe Blu-ray. I remember my mom liking this one, but for $30, I'll wait for a used price. Alright guys, up at the new release section up here in the front of Best Buy, it looks like these are some of the other ones that, came out today. This Professor and the Wonder Woman Blu-ray right here. I don't really know much about this one right here, but it looks like it could be kind of cool. Let me know down below if you guys are, if it's worth watching. And Last Flag Flying is another one that came out today, which I'll have a review of at the end of this video, starring Steve Carell, Bryan Cranston, and Lawrence Fishburne. It was okay. It's a new Richard Linklater movie, but definitely not one of his better ones. But I'll be talking about that at the end of this video also. And of course, Boo! Madea Halloween 2 is another one that came out today, which I'll have a review of at the end of this video also. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any exclusives or anything for some of the stuff that came out, and it looks like they still have a couple left of the Jigsaw Steelbook from last week over here. Well guys, at a Best Buy right now, not a real big release week this week. I know I say that every once in a while, but it doesn't really seem like they're putting out a whole lot of stuff this, the next couple weeks. Alright, at my last stop of the day, the local Target. Let's head up in there, see if they have anything cool. Well shit, you just know it's a real slow release week is when you go to the new release rack over here at your different store, your local Target or different stores, and they put up older releases, on top here, like, Jane Eyre and Pride and the Prejudice and stuff like that, and A Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, and of course, they're advertising these ones because that new one's coming out soon. I haven't even seen one of these. I'm not even really interested in that, but like, you just know, like, look at that, like, there's nothing even put out here in Target today. Well, over here at the clearance section over here at Target, to see if they have anything cool in here, they have a little row of movies, so let's see, what they have, if anything is, worth getting. I have all the seasons of the OC already, which is, it was a decent show. The Uninvited, Vampire Diaries, Season 6, $12.06 for that one. But, like, I'm just trying to see if there's anything in here. Mandela, Flesh and Bone, $13. There's not really anything super worth the hell back here, unless you want a slipcover for Charlie Brown's Christmas and what's it called, Night at the Museum. Nothing really worth the hell that I'm seeing here. Art of the Steel, to Pacific here on Blu-ray, which is like the whole set here. Oh, it was $80, but now it's only $55.96. I'll pass. But yeah guys, that's all I have to really show and talk to you guys about today. It's not a real big release week, and I think the next couple weeks not a whole lot of stuff is going to be coming out to show and talk about. But hey, some weeks are better than others. But I did go up to the front over here at Target, and they do have Last Flag Flying and the new Madea movie and stuff. But that's pretty much it. But guys, let's go on home for some DVD and Blu-ray reviews. Mom, take it away.
Hi, it's me again. I just have one item for you today. And it's near and dear to my heart. It's from MVD Entertainment Group. Well, I'll show it to you first, and then I'll tell you why it's near and dear to my heart. It's the movie, or otherwise known as the cult classic, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Not much to say. It's a movie about tomatoes attacking the nation. Okay, that's the story of the movie. The reason it's near and dear to my heart is that I could have been in it, because it was filmed pretty much entirely in San Diego, and my friends were telling me all about it and everything. And on the back here, all the stuff I saw, it said something about 1983, and I'm thinking, no, that's not right. Brendan was a baby, so that can't be it. Sure enough, at the end of the movie, it says copyright 1977. Ah, yes, that makes sense. I was carefree and living in Sacramento at the time, which is why I didn't end up being in the movie, because, like I say, I was in Sacramento, filmed in San Diego. However, a lot of my theater friends from San Diego were in the movie. Either as extras, or they had, small parts, or maybe even larger parts. I won't go through all the names necessarily, because you wouldn't know them, and who cares. However, two people that I knew personally were featured in it. One was Von Schauer, and it was very cool because in the credits it says special appearances by Jack Riley and Von Schauer. Cool. because you know Jack Riley is that character actor that you've seen for a million years. Anyway, Von Schauer was one of my friends I worked with at a tour company, so he's in it. Anyway, George Wilson plays a major role in this. He plays the president's press secretary, and he was a good friend of mine, and I'm sorry, George, I really don't know from where, but I'm guessing from college days or possibly community theater days. But that's why it's near and dear to my heart, because it was filmed in San Diego where I was born, and a number of my friends were in it. And it's a cult classic, and if you haven't seen it, pick it up. You might like it. Also, it was really cool. They had a number of special features, so I was really looking to see if my friends were in the special features. You know, they had the making of and making of, sing-alongs, deleted scenes, Killer Tomato Mania, where it showed people on Hollywood Boulevard not knowing what the movie was or the title of the movie. Anyway, special features were pretty cool too. So if you like cult classics, pick it up.
Well, thank you, Mother, for your review of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Now on to my review portion of this video here. I got like 5 Blu-rays here sent to me from Lionsgate Home Entertainment. And the first one up over here is something I was really interested in checking out, just because I'm a fan of the original George Romero classic, and this is, of course, another remake or retelling or reimagining or whatever that people these days like to say of Day of the Dead, Bloodline. This one even on the top says reimagining. You know, on top here. I don't know where they make up these words sometimes. Reimagining, reboot, all this kind of stuff. But this is, of course, like another version of Day of the Dead, just, you know, told in a little bit of a different, light. It's about this doctor named Zoe, who goes in is, just doing her doctor thing, and until one day, the zombie outbreak happens, and it's her, trying to, save her own life and find a place to go. And she finds, of course, refuge, in this underground bunker, and everything like that. And it's her and a handful of people trying to survive the zombies and everything. And, she's trying to find a cure for people that, get bit before they turn into zombies. So maybe, they can stay alive and different things like that. And one of the, there's like a little girl that lives in this bunker that needs an antidote and needs, to be cured, of something. And it's her, Dr. Zoe, going out, into the crazy wilderness with a couple of, other, army guys to try to find an antidote, and then all hell breaks loose. I found this one to be just kind of mediocre. It's definitely not, anywhere near as cool as the original George Romero classic at all, even though Dawn of the Dead is my favorite George Romero Dead movie of all time. But this one did have a little bit of charm to it. I did enjoy, some of the aspects of this, like the character of, I think they call him Max in this one, but in the original Day of the Dead movie, they call him Bub. That the zombie that that they're holding captive, that's like not all the way turned yet. He still has a little bit of mind capacity. I kind of like that character in this one, even though he kind of looks like a zombified version of Heath Ledger, like a zombified version of the Joker from The Dark Knight, right? The Dark Knight and everything. But like the way his lips were and he smiles and stuff, all crazy like. He kind of just reminds me of that in this one, but it's definitely better than the one Day of the Dead movie that was made with Nick Cannon like a handful of years ago, and definitely better than Day of the Dead Part 2 that came out from Anchor Bay years ago. There's like a little making of special featurette on here, but it's worth a one-time watch, but it's nothing surprising and nothing super amazing by any means. And next up over here is a new Richard Linklater movie. I'm a big fan of his ever since Dazed and Confused. I love the movie Tape that he made, and of course Boyhood. And this is his new one starring Steve Carell, Lawrence Fishburne, and Bryan Cranston, and that is Last Flag Flying here. And this one, of course, is the Blu-ray digital copy combo pack, and it's about these It's about this one guy played by Steve Carell. He was in the army years ago, and he's going to go visit 2 of his, army buddies because he just lost his son in Iraq, and he wants him and his buddies to, he wants his buddies to go help him bury his kid. But even though he hasn't seen them in a while and everything, and it takes place in 2003, and it's this little like road trip that they go on to do so in this, and how they haven't really seen each other in so long, and how their lives have gone in different paths and different things. It's definitely not one of my favorite, Richard Linklater movies by any means. It kind of feels like I think it was like based on like a book series or something like that, or like some sort of other movie. I can't remember exactly, but I don't know. It just didn't have that Richard Linklater feel to it to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, something seemed a little bit off in it. It was great acting and stuff, but it's just like as a Richard Linklater fan, it didn't really. I don't know. Maybe I like his youth films more or something. I don't know. But Last Flag Flying did have some great cinematography and decent acting in here. On this Blu-ray, you get some deleted scenes, making of featurette, and some outtakes on this Blu-ray. But I just want to let you guys all know that this one's out right now. And next up over here is a film that I thought I saw years and years ago, but I'm still not sure. Like I watched it, recently here on this Blu-ray, and I'm just going, did I see this one before? I could have. It's just one of those ones that I guess didn't stick with me. And it's from the Vestron collection line, the collector series of class of 1999. This is the new Blu-ray edition here. Of course, it stars Malcolm McDowell and Pam Grier, a bunch of really cool people like Stacy Keach, and it takes place in the future, and all hell breaks loose. All teen gangs are running rampant all over the world, and the only free fire zones is this one school. Is a free fire zone, and the government's trying to figure out how to get to these young kids before they get to these gangs and ruin their lives. And the government decides to send in robot teachers to help keep these kids in line, and it's just all the craziness that ensues from there. It sounds like a really weird, out there kind of premise for a movie, but it kind of felt like I was watching like what's it called? It's not Masterminds, but Dangerous Minds mixed with Class of Nukem High, like a trauma movie, and like Mad Max a little bit. It's kind of all jumbled together in there. It's like a really wacky, kind of like not horror film, but like I don't know, like a weird action film or something. I know it's really kind of a weird movie, but it was actually kind of cool, kind of gritty in a way, and it kind of sort of felt like a little bit of a Terminator feel in there too, with certain elements to it. But on this Blu-ray right here, you get a new audio commentary track by the director Mark L. Lester, interviews with some of the cast and crew members and producers and things, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and still galleries. So if you're a fan of Class of 1999, this one is, of course, loaded with special features here. So I just want to let you guys all know that it's out now on Blu-ray. I thought it was cool, but nothing's... I don't know, like it doesn't feel like it's something I'm going to be watching over and over again or anything like that. But this next one up over here is from Lionsgate also, and I know people, can like really hate this person, but like I tend to really enjoy his work. I know they're not like cinematic masterpieces or anything like that, but I just enjoy it for its stupid, cringy fun value. And this one right here is Tyler Perry's Boo 2, Medea Halloween. Like I said, I've been a big fan of Tyler Perry because I always just like, the over-the-top, fun factor of these movies. They're low budget and stuff, but like they're still fun. And this one is sort of the same story as the last Boo movie. Medea's niece is just turned 18, and she wants to go out and hang out with these frat boys again, like she did when she was 17 in the last movie, and then get into some weird shenanigans. But now in this one, she's just turned 18, and she wants to hang out with these same guys again. But this time, go to this old camping ground where supposedly this crazy guy went around killing people back in the day, and still does so to this day. And anyone that goes to this campsite gets picked off and stuff, and her and these frat boys and stuff are going down to this campsite to go party, and it's Medea and her and Bam and the crew going down there to get her out of that situation, and the hilarity that ensues from there. I don't know, I definitely feel like these movies are getting cheaply and are cheaper and cheaper to make. You know what I mean? It seems like Tyler Perry's really just cranking these out now. The ones I liked the most was like, you know, Medea Goes to Jail, and what's it called? How Did I Get Married? I like those ones a lot and stuff. I remember liking Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I think that was like the first one that came out of you know, Tyler Perry stuff, but this one did have some like weird dubbing issues in it, like when they were saying like, "Oh God damn it," or like, you know, "You son of a," you know, they were like dubbing it over really weird in certain moments in this movie, but you know. Whatever. I think if Lionsgate didn't do that, this movie probably would have been rated R instead of PG-13. But like Tyler Perry was probably in his mind going, I'll make a rated R movie, but then had to like go and re-edit stuff. But there's a little making of featurette on here, some deleted scenes and outtakes on this thing. But if you're a fan of the Medea movies, it's still fun cheese. And last but not least, up over here is a new Ethan Hawke movie, and it's called 24 Hours to Live, here on Blu-ray. In this movie, Ethan Hawke plays this ex, like, not military, but like ex, like, what's it called, secret ops kind of guy who goes out and, like, you know, does things and kills people for other, you know, for money and for other people. But he's been retired for a long time until, you know, another, you know, ex-friend of his, you know, comes up to him and says, "Hey, we need you for one more mission. Could you go out there and, you know, kill this person for us?" He's like, "Man, no. I'm done with this game. I'm over it. I'm over this shit." And then he somehow, you know, gets, you know, persuaded to do so. And when he's there, he gets shot. He gets killed. But then all of a sudden, he wakes up in this like, you know, weird like hospital-ish place, and he's alive again, and he finds out something really strange about himself, and he also at the same time finds out he only has 24 hours to live, and it's pretty much him trying to figure out this mystery of what's going on with him and what's going on with this other young lady that, you know, that you see at the beginning of this movie. I thought it was kind of cool. It's kind of it kind of takes like a half hour, 40 minutes for the movie to actually get started, if you know what I mean, like story wise. But other than that, it's worth a watch. But especially if you're a fan of Ethan Hawke, I've been a fan of his since you know, Reality Bites and everything. I don't think there was really any special features on here. There might have been like a little making of on this thing, but I don't really remember. But yeah, if you're a fan of Ethan Hawke, I just want to let you guys all know that 24 Hours to Live is out now on Blu-ray. But that's all I have to talk to you guys about today for this Hoarding Up video. Give this video a thumbs up. All my social media links are down below, like my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow me on there if you guys want to. And I'll see you guys all next time.